When I read that, it was, how am I going to deliver this? It was brilliant, I agree, and awful.
Year after year, Taylor Sheridan's ever-expanding Yellowstone universe continues to draw fans in, with fresh stories about the Dutton family through multiple generations. As Yellowstone reaches its series finale, Sheridan has several exciting new projects underway, with 1944 prepared to tell the next chapter of the Dutton family's rich history. So, here's everything you need to know about Yellowstone 1944. Sneak peek and first impressions. The original Yellowstone series has just concluded with the second half of Season 5 premiering a few days ago. From here, the story will transition to a modern-day follow-up starring Matthew McConaughey, tentatively called 2024, although it was rumored to be renamed The Madison. Adding to the buzz, Paramount also announced a new series called 1944, another prequel set a couple of decades after 1923. Both 1944 and 2024 are part of Sheridan's larger Yellowstone saga, but it seems The Madison, the rumored rename of 2024, might now also be in development as a separate project. While it's a bit confusing at this point in time, one thing is clear. There's plenty for Yellowstone fans to look forward to, even if they'll have to wait until the dust settles on Yellowstone Season 5 to see any of these new spin-offs hit the screen. Just as 1923 followed 1883 by jumping ahead a few decades, 1944 will advance the story by only 21 years. It's unclear whether characters from 1923 will continue in 1944, but there's hope that 1923 characters Spencer Dutton, played by Brandon Sklenar, and Alexandra, Julia Schlaepfer, could return as older versions of themselves. If they do, they may guide the story alongside a new generation of Duttons. Still, much depends on how 1923 Season 2, currently in production, concludes. 1944 will be set in the thick of World War II, so the war will likely shape the Duttons' lives and their Montana ranch. What will happen in 1944? Though an official series summary for 1944 hasn't been shared, the title and time period suggest some intriguing possibilities. As with previous prequels, 1883 and 1923, 1944 will tell the story of another generation of Duttons, probably focused on how they navigate ranch life during a world war. The series may show how the family weathers wartime challenges on the Montana ranch, with battles and rationing affecting life far beyond the battlefield. If 1923 characters Spencer and Alexandra are alive in 1944, it would be heartwarming to see them as a strong, older couple. There's also a chance they'll have children by then, perhaps making their offspring central figures in the new series. 1923 has hinted that Spencer and Alexandra may have a future that includes the birth of John Dutton II, a connection that could come into play as 1923 unfolds. If John Dutton II makes an appearance, he would be the father of John Dutton III, the character played by Kevin Costner in Yellowstone. With 1944 being set just 15 years before John Dutton III's birth in 1959, the show might even extend into the years leading up to his birth, offering a fresh take on the Dutton family story fans know and love. Chris McCarthy, president and CEO of Showtime and MTV Entertainment Studios, described the impact of the Yellowstone universe and its upcoming spin-offs when 1944 and The Madison were first announced in 2023. Within 5 years, we grew Yellowstone from a hit US cable show with 5 million viewers into a global hit franchise with over 100 million fans around the world and multiple extensions. And we're just getting started. On the heels of 1883 and 1923's success, our new planned spin-offs, 1944 and 2024, will take audiences on a thrilling, new, and unexpected journey with the complex and compelling storytelling that has become a hallmark of the franchise and has helped turn it into a worldwide cultural phenomenon, thanks to the creative mastermind of Taylor Sheridan. Meanwhile, the series is far from the beginning of filming, so there's no trailer or footage to see just yet. Who will star in Yellowstone 1944? Casting details for 1944 are still under wraps, but it's likely that a fresh lineup of stars will join the Yellowstone universe. Fans would be thrilled to see Spencer and Alexandra again, along with 1923 characters like Jack Dutton, Darren Mann, and Elizabeth Michelle Randolph. as they might now be John Dutton Seacon's parents and grandparents to Costner's John Dutton III. Sheridan's series often include romantic storylines, so if 1944 follows suit, it may center around the love story of John Dutton III's parents, as well as the challenges of raising a family during the war. When will 1944 premiere? Paramount's priority is wrapping up Yellowstone with the second half of Season 5, which was completed in November 2024, delayed in part by recent WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes. The strikes have affected production schedules across the entertainment industry, pushing back 1923 Season 2, which had initially aimed for a late 2023 or early 2024 release. 1944 and 2024 are even further off, with no official release dates announced yet. Meanwhile, rumors about a fan-favorite spin-off set on the famed Six Ranch, where some Yellowstone scenes are filmed, have gone quiet, leading fans to speculate it may be shelved. But with several other spin-offs in the works, there's no shortage of Yellowstone content on the way. Let's take a little look at 1923. When is the 1923 Season 2 release date? A release date for the second season of 1923 hasn't been confirmed, and although production began this summer, we likely won't see new episodes until 2025. 1923, which was quickly renewed for a second season by Paramount Plus, faced setbacks due to Hollywood's recent strikes. The prequel also plans to shift its filming location from Butte, Montana, where the show is set, to ATX Studios in Austin, Texas, as reported by the Austin Business Journal. For now, fans are left eagerly waiting, but Season 2 is officially on the way, so stay tuned for updates as they come. What will happen in 1923 Season 2? While plot details remain scarce, the Season 1 finale left plenty of clues about where the story might go next. The season ended with Donald Whitfield taking control of the Yellowstone Ranch by paying off its property taxes. With the fate of the ranch now resting in Whitfield's hands, the Duttons face a daunting future, unless they can gather enough money to pay him back. How they'll manage to do that remains to be seen, but it's sure to bring high stakes to the new season. Elizabeth Dutton is also grappling with her own struggles after experiencing a heartbreaking miscarriage. Season 2 may delve deeply into her emotional journey, which will likely be both moving and intense. For newlyweds Spencer and Alexandra, their troubles are far from over, as fallout from the death of Arthur, Alex's former fiancé, could haunt them in the episodes to come. But Spencer has more on his mind than royalty, as Kara's heartfelt letter to him makes clear. In the final moments of Season 1, we see Kara reading her message aloud. Spencer, I fear everything your parents fought so hard to build is being ripped from us. You are its only hope. You are our only hope. You must hurry, Spencer, or there will be nothing left to fight for. After reading, Kara crumples the letter, tosses it into the snow, and walks away, a gesture that hints at just how grave the family's predicament has become. In addition to the core storyline, 1923's cast members have shared their own ideas about what they hope Season 2 will bring. Julia Schlafer, who plays Alexandra, shared her hopes at the Hollywood Reporters panel in May 2023. I would love for Alex to make it to the ranch and meet the family. I hope we get to see some of her own strength come out now that she's on her own. I want to meet the Dutton women. I think that would be a lot of fun. And Tiana, we all want to meet Tiana. Similarly, Amina Neves, who plays Tiana, expressed a wish for her character to experience happiness and freedom. I just want Tiana to experience what it feels like to be a child and what it feels like to be surrounded by love. I just want to see her running in the woods and playing. I also want Tiana to meet the Duttons. I think that'll be incredible. I want a scene with all my best friends here. Michelle Randolph, who plays Elizabeth, also hopes to see her character grow beyond her family-focused goals. I'd love to see Elizabeth find a purpose that might not be her family. Her whole driving force the entire first season is her love story and wanting to be a mother. And I think there's so much more strength to Elizabeth than what we've been able to see so far. So in the second season, I'd like to see her get outside, get on a horse, have some grit to her. Meanwhile, Brandon Sklenar, who plays Spencer, teased significant changes for his character in the coming season. He hinted that Spencer will be a different man when we next see him. He's at such a loss at that point, it's as if he's lost everything, and he feels like it's his fault. At the end there, when they're separated, he is pretty much in a place where he's not sure that he'll ever see her again at all, or if he's ever going to see his family. He also hinted that Spencer's separation from Alexandra might bring a darker tone to the show in season 2. All I know about part 2 is that I'm certain there's going to be a shift in the tone, just for Spencer and the show itself. The stakes all around have been raised to a new level, and the pain and the guilt that he's carrying into this next part is going to shape him into a version of himself that we haven't seen yet. With these dramatic storylines and character arcs on the horizon, 1923 Season 2 promises to deliver even higher stakes for the Dutton family as they fight to protect their legacy. While it may take time before Season 2 arrives, fans can expect a rich, complex storyline that digs even deeper into the struggles and sacrifices that define the Duttons. So, for those waiting eagerly for more Dutton drama, Taylor Sheridan's slate promises a wealth of stories to dive into, continuing the family's turbulent journey through generations and cementing Yellowstone's legacy in television. Whether you're curious about the Dutton family's roots in 1883, captivated by their trials in 1923, or eagerly awaiting 1944's take on life during W2, there's plenty to look forward to in this expanding universe. Share your thoughts about this series in the comments section below.